Yo, what up? Welcome to the show, guys. Hello, and welcome back to Honey Badger Arcade. I've done some work refining, and some changes have been made. I have added Social Stream Ninja to the chat. So now, if you're on Rumble, if you're on Kick, if you're on Twitch, YouTube, I will see your chat. I am looking at it right now, and this is giving a lot more interaction with my Rumble fam, as well as anyone that's on Kick. Kick is like a new, I guess, a new streaming platform. It's sort of like a competitor to Twitch, so it might not I don't know where it's gonna go, but I thought I would add it to the list as well. So also, be sure to say hello to Arcade Machine. It costs 100 coins, and use your coins for whatever you wish. We have some options. They're in the description, so don't just put anything. Look in the description of the video for a list of things, and I will be adding more as I refine this platform. Great Endure says, should I apologize for the fundraiser stream request? No, don't worry about it. I mean, I just didn't want. It seemed like it could have been its own topic, in my opinion, but I'm not. I'm fine with it. So no, you don't have to apologize for that. Allison chose to do it, so. I see
The Great Indoors 1979. Do they come with a side of tuna? Because I'm feline, those coins would make a perfect snack. Fish, money bag.
She's chatty. So we're gonna pick up from where we left off on Devil May Cry 5. And where it goes. So we're gonna continue. Maybe I'll get to play as Dante today. I think my wife's trying to call me. Or that's just my phone. Yeah, someone's trying to call. I don't know who that is. So how are you guys doing?
Guess there's no point thinking about it. Perfect timing. Now we're starting to act like a team.
Ew. You like flirting with me? Knock it off. Get in the car. Oh my god.
So what'd you guys think about the fireside chat yesterday? $39.94. I think I'm gonna like leave it as is, save up some stuff, but I might buy some arms because I'm all out of arms.
Hey, I got a new arm for you.
Rawhide. I expected more fireworks,
I really
actually.
worked up a
Ooh,
sweat
another
on that
one, too. So what are the, these are my devil breakers. Punchline. Oh, Ultra Skelter. Tomboy. Hidden Power lets you power up Blue Rose and Red Queen. Buster Arm. Rawhide. Widest attract range. Use the Metal Whip for long distance strike. Huh. Or to reel in certain heavy enemies. Ragtime. Controls time. Pulls all objects within range. That's nice. I'll buy this. Yes. To watch this, Sigma. Thank you. And I'll buy a rawhide, I guess. O'Brien, did you know that Trent Reznor is not in the RHCP? Yes, I saw those comments. I don't know, did I say that he was with Red Hot Chili Peppers? Because I don't think I said that he's with Red Hot Chili Peppers. I know he's with Nine Inch Nails. Well, he is Nine Inch Nails, really. So I don't know if, like, I said that or what, but no, I am aware that he is not with Red Hot Chili Peppers. I don't know why this matters, but we'll just... Welcome, Zeranx. Nerdy van life engineer sounding like a displaced cowgirl is so off-putting. It's a weird direction for them to go in. I wonder if in the original Japanese that was her personality, or if this was, you know, kind of a holdover. Excuse me. If this is like her personality, like across the board, or if this was something that was added to the Western version. I'm gonna stop there. Quick customization. I think that's good. I'm working over at the moment. I don't know what you mean. You're at work? Is that what you're saying? Welcome to the stream, Zeranx. Again, feel free to talk to Arcade Machine for 100 coins. And I have all the chat integrated. So Rumble Gang, Kick Gang, if you guys are there and you say something, I'm going to see it. And I'm looking at the chat. So, or at least as much as I can. All right, here we go. So I'm learning that people are figuring out what I've been saying. I'm not saying they've been listening to me because I know that they haven't. But I have noticed that people are starting to get, or they're coming to the same conclusions about when I talk about what it means to be left or right. But I have moved into further away from that even now. I believe that there is basically the left and the non-left. Because, and I said this in a video when I talked about the compass.
Time for some payback.
Because, well, let's just play some of this game. Because...
Just you wait, you big bastard. I'll drag you all the way down here.
Because here, let me pause. My, reason why I conclude that is because I've noticed that what we call the left is always on the same page, but they're always like constantly testing each other for purity, right? And if people don't match up, they get kicked out. So, or they get pushed away and they get called far right. And of course, you know, far right doesn't mean anything. It just means you're not one of us. And the people who are like the sort of like wishy-washy, like, you know, liberal types like James Lindsay, they're like fighting to hold on to something. It's really what they perceive as the status quo, which is basically however things were before things got crazy, which is a different point in time depending on who you ask. Which means it doesn't really have like a definitive starting point, but it is something that I am seeing more people talking about. And in fact, there's this YouTube channel I found recently that just sort of showed up in my feed. Maybe you guys have heard of this guy, the Aristocratic Utensil, I think is his name, on YouTube. And he like knows, you know, like Aiden, Paladin, and a couple of other people, V. And he has said the same thing. He said that basically, like, you know, what people call the right is just like, it's just everyone that's not on the left. That's why the people on the left they appear to be more unified, and people on the right appear to be more like all over the place, because they're not really a unit. That's why when people complain about how, you know, right-wingers are not unified, they're not like coming together on stuff, it's because they're not right-wingers. They're just regular people. They're just regular people. They have like complex opinions on things. Some of them are more socially liberal. Some of them are more you know, fiscally liberal, whatever it is. Generally, it's just different degrees of leftism. And some people are, you know, like they'll say, well, I'm not a communist, I'm a socialist, or I'm not a, you know, I'm not a I don't know, whatever, I'm not a Nazi, or whatever it is. But it's all the same crap. You give it a million names, you know, like some ancient demon might have a million names, but it's the same beast. And that's really what we're looking at. And I think that it's good to see that people are starting to conclude it. The Lotus Eaters did a video not long ago where it was about the political compass. And they were like, you know, this thing doesn't, it's kind of bullshit. Like, everybody takes the test and most people come out in the same place, in the same position, even though, you know, like, they differ from each other. And it's like, yeah, because it's not, the political compass was designed to essentially facilitate or like support this false dichotomy that there's like, you know, all sides. And it's actually, it manifests in really insidious ways. Like, I watched this video recently of this guy that was like doing on the street interviews with people, and he was talking to this one guy and asking him about whether or not he would vote for Trump. And the guy voted for Trump in 2016. And he was like, well, you know, I thought we needed it back then, but now, you know, we really need to come together, and he's not a unifier and all this other stuff, right? And he was basically saying, I'm without saying it explicitly, he was basically saying, look, I'm sick and tired of my friends and family like disowning me, arguing with me, hating me, fighting with me. So I think that we're going to have to like go with someone who's moderate, which of course they don't know what that even means because Trump is pretty moderate, honestly. But they find him a divisive figure, so they're like, well, I just want peace and like unity. And so they're willing to compromise. So they'll be like, well, I'll vote for Nikki Haley because it's a compromise, right? Or I'll vote for Joe Biden because it's a compromise. When in fact they're giving the left what they want. It literally is that. Like they go really extreme, they accuse the other side of being extreme, and then people who don't pay attention, who have low information, or they're just trying to like, you know, like, I don't know, not rock the boat too much, they will allow it to compromise their political statements and their political behavior, and that serves the left. That's why I take a hard stance on it, because I can see what's happening. I can see that, you know, if you make something look really, really extreme and then people are like kind of pushed away from that, but instead they go, well, I'll go a little in this direction. Well, yeah, they still win. It's still the long march, you know. Look at it like waves of feminism, right? People will be like, well, the first wave, you know, was fine. And then what they don't realize is that the extremists in the first wave became the normals of the second wave. And the extremists of the second wave became the normals of the third wave. So because nobody says, you know, this has to stop, and I'm not going to accept this anymore, it continues. That's the same. They're going to, people who think that there is a horseshoe or a spectrum with extremes on both sides, they're always going to be like, well, I don't want to go too extreme in this direction, so I'm going to go moderate. And what happens is the real extremists continue to move the needle. They continue to move the needle. Like, could you think about it like this? 20 years ago, okay, which isn't that long ago. It's like an eye blink in terms of like how long humans have been, you know, like on this earth. How much has the youth changed in 20 years? How much has like, how have we gotten to the point where just 20 years ago, in the year 2004, we had, you know, people wanting, like, getting married, buying houses, forming families. I mean, it wasn't like ideal, but I'm saying it was normal. Kids knew what their gender was. Like, they were like, boys were boys and girls were girls. And only 20 years later, there's like a 20% increase in people identifying as trans or non-binary. And the concept of non-binary didn't even really exist in the mainstream 20 years ago only. Or the amount of say like, you know, anti-Western propaganda, like just anti-Western sentiment in the West itself. Now, of course, this is a long process, been going for a while, but it's really stepped up. And to look at how much things have changed in such a short amount of time, and not say, you know what, this is wrong. Something is really wrong here. Something needs to be corrected. Without saying, well, I don't want to go too far the other way, though. It's like, well, what is that? You mean normal? Because that's the thing. Like, this is not extreme left versus extreme right. It's not. It's left versus normal. Like, that's all it is. There are normal people that are pushing back, and some of those people in that normal camp maybe they were fundamentalists, you know, like before. And we lived with fundamentalists, and we managed to do that without like too much chaos, right? We could I don't know, we could ridicule them, and there weren't really any consequences. We could dismiss them, we could ignore them, or we could like listen to them and maybe just take what we like and leave the rest. And that's what we did for basically everybody. That was how it was. Today, you can't do that. Like, it's all out the window. At least with the people who run the narrative, right? So I think that when, like the guy we spoke to yesterday, my only issue with him is that he seems to think that the only thing that matters is that you have your shit together. And I mean, to some degree, that's true, but you will be affected by the world, and your family will be affected, and your children will be affected. So what are you going to do? Like, you know, if like this country could be completely different, like completely different government and everything in our lifetime, if someone doesn't like say something or become activated and have and say, you know, say what needs to be said. Like I said yesterday, and I know this is true, women are doing this. Like, it's women doing this. They're the ones that are voting for open borders. They're the ones that that politicians will pander to get support. And bear in mind, I didn't say Democrats. I just said politicians. That's an important distinction because it's true. Because they know that women are going to vote for them if they promise them shit. And they're voting for open borders because they're looking for men. And it's not because our men aren't good enough. It's because these women don't know what they want. And they're going to get something that they're not expecting. And we're all going to have to pay the price. It's not just them. Let me see what you guys are saying. Great says he's calling me out for being a troll. I'll ask for timestamps, but I was just listening to the whole stream again, and I'm almost at the end. So you didn't hear me make that mistake. I mean, I might have made it, but I don't think I did. I know my music. Zerang says they're trying to make at least 3 different ideas work in the exact same time. Very try hard. Yeah. Great Endor says, I think that if I've heard you saying that, I would have been all over live chat at the time. Yeah, you probably would have. Alexander Monahan over at Kick. What's up, man? Good day. Well, we got a Kick guy. He's our Kick guy. What's up, Kick guy? Alexander Monahan. I set up a Kick account just for you, my man. Great Endor says, also Venus was covered by Bananarama. Yeah, I know. The original Dutch group is called Shocking Blue, not Blue Man Group. I did hear you say that. Well, yeah, I made that mistake. I'm sorry. Great Endor says, O'Brien, if I may come back to the topic of anarchism again, if you're an anarchist and you are complaining about the free market, which is a system without central control, you're FOS. Yes, full of shit. Like 20 or so years ago. Yeah, feminists were still viewed as chattel. Zerag says, remember when people wanted to be androgynous, to be different? That was the old non-binary. We should go back to that. Same-ish without the animal people. Well, you know, when I was in high school in the 90s, well, late 80s. I was in high school in the late 80s. There was a girl that I had a massive crush on. Her name was Diane. And I would hang out with her. And she was an awkward, nerdy girl, but she was adorable. Anyway, she used to say, sometimes she would like pontificate about being like, oh, I don't feel like I'm male or female. And I was like, yeah, but you're totally a woman. Like, she had giant tits. Like, I was like, you're totally a woman. And but like that was gone. Like, that was like a phase. Like, it wasn't even a phase. It was just a sentiment that she would share because she wanted to feel special for a little while. But like, if she was alive, like if she was a teenager today, she's alive, but I haven't talked to her in years. But if she was a teenager today, she probably would have been pressured to transition. And that's what I think is happening. Like, I think that kids, they toy around with gender in their heads sometimes, and I think mostly it's girls that do it. I don't know why. I don't know like if that's a modern thing or what. But generally they get over it. Like, tomboys are not, they don't normally get pushed into becoming men. They just go through a phase, and then usually when they hit puberty, they drop the tomboy stuff. Like, because they're attracted to boys. Like, I remember this one episode of Who's the Boss, the old sitcom with Tony Danza. And he has a daughter on the show, played by Alyssa Milano when she was young. She was a little girl. I had a crush on her too. She and I are about the same age. So when she was, I don't know, like 11 or 12, and I was about 11 or 12, I just thought she was really cute. And there was an episode where she hits puberty. And before that, like, she was just like one of the boys, right? She would play football with her dad, Tony Danza's character. And then like one day she caught the football and it hurt her chest because she was developing breasts. And because the actress was, growing up, they had to write that into the story. They had to change the character. So she, there was an episode about her hitting puberty. And it was something that we just thought it was normal. Like, sitcoms were about life. That was why they were popular. Sometimes they would have like sort of, well, a lot of times the gimmick was that there was something kind of abnormal about that family, like, I don't know how to explain it. It would be like, maybe they're like the Brady Bunch, where you have like 3 kids from one parent, 3 kids from another parent, and they have step parents, and they're the 2 parents get married, and so they raise all 6 kids. And that was considered a pretty like progressive thing at the time. But they were still a family, and there was still a lot of kids. So it's just funny how things have changed, because I think that like we're probably not going to get shows about families as much anymore. We already have a lot less of that, and I think it's because there are fewer families, unfortunately. But maybe that'll change. I don't know. Maybe that'll change. Maybe this stuff always goes in cycles. Toby Alting says left TM is not left. Toby then says, exactly. Why do men need to change, and how much do they need to change before women notice, never mind care? Alexander Monahan says, cool. Yeah. Zerang says, I don't feel like I'm male or female. Captain Quagmire. I'll be the judge of that. Wonder Years. Patanga. Wonder Years. Winnie. I had a crush on her too. And Patanga from Boy Meets World. I was a little too old. Or is that Topanga? Topanga, not Patanga. I was a little too old for that by the time that came out. But I could see that she was hot. Like when she grew up. So, because I think she started off as a child too. And I didn't watch the show though. I was too young. My little brother did, I think. Anyway, let's get into the game. I should, because that's why I'm here. So what's this way? And I can't see shit. It's dark. Hope you guys can see it okay. It is dark, but I'm not gonna stay dark.
This is bad. Yeah.
feel like this is gonna get way more challenging in a minute. Because it's way things are moving too easily right now. Down here. Nothing? Okay. Grinendor says, oh, Zarang says Topanga is awesome. Unfortunate that rumor is her actress Danielle Fishel is crazy. Possibly. Well, you know, working in Hollywood, I'm not surprised. Like I think Hollywood is a really sick and twisted place. And I love movies, but that shit has got to go. Like something drastic has to happen. You know what I mean? There has to be mass firings and arrests. That's what I think. Because it is a absolute like hole. Alexander Monahan, can you tell me you're on Twitch or on Kick? Is it a good platform? Do you watch a lot of content on there? I want to know if that's like something that is worth my investment. I mean, it's not really a lot of trouble, but okay, there's gonna be something tough's coming. Oh, it's these guys.
Out of the way!
Ah, fuck. What? You guys are tough. That sucked. Hey, Ergo. Making a movie like Madam Web should be a criminal offense. Did you watch it? Could have told you to avoid the shit out of that. There's like nothing about that movie that has anything to do with the character except the name of the film. It's like to the point now where there's like no effort put into like any kind of accuracy. And of course, they're doing all this is to rewrite history anyways. Like they're not interested in like what the fans want. They're not interested in supporting the you know, the people who built this entire like enterprise. They don't care about that. They don't even want to make money, because if they wanted to make money, they would do that, you know? They would just give the people what they want. Lava vaders. Lava
Guess
elevators.
that's my ride.
We fighting more shit now? Wait, hold up. Here. Forget those. Can I go up here? Probably not. Gotta ride the elevator. How do I do that? Oh, I see. Nice. So there's nothing else? Alright. Let me see what you guys are saying. Grandor says, O'Brien, did you pick on the fact that if I can't have love, give me power is accompanied with a 52-minute video? That's Michael Jackson level of excess. If I can't hug... Oh, yeah. No, that is excessive. Ergo Proxy says, making a movie like Madam Web, yeah. Zeranx, I was listening to a culture stream, forget actual name, video review of Madam Web. I thought they had lowered my expectations to such a degree that I wanted to test if I'd find something good in it. I'm scared to try, though. Alexander Monahan says, I don't really know. I just wanted to see the platform grow as a safe haven from titty streamers. Yeah, are you, do you normally watch Twitch videos? Is that why? Yeah, I think that, like, we need to raise the bar on... Remember when video game streams were about video games? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers. But can I take that further? No. Put something over there, maybe. These conduits snake throughout the clipoff, whatever. Transporting blood gathered in the human world. Offer yourself to the flow, and it will carry you deeper into the tree. But be warned, there's no turning back once you enter. All right, well, let me look around before I do that. Make sure I don't miss anything. That item there. Is there anything else, or do I just get in the vein? Yeah, looks like that's it. Let's ride the blood then. Ew. Okay.
Blood all over. Better be a shower.
I'll take that. That red shit. Interesting color palette. Everything's red and black. Like green highlights. Another arm there. Oh, I can't use it. Full. Use this at some point.
Still falling?
Fucker.
Not so fast!
Woo! Come here.
Got a little something for
You bastard.
down. Too heavy.
Ooh, this bitch. Oh. Oh shit! Hey, can I oh. I'm all out of arms! Where I'm supposed to go. Look at what you guys are saying. Alexander Mollahan says, no, I usually listen to Red Pill Pods, don't use Twitch much. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I mostly just game on this channel, but I do talk about, you know, I rant about things sometimes, so if you're okay with that, that's alright. I usually try to bring something up that I'm thinking about, and it's usually about the culture. That's another thing, too, I wanted to mention. The culture war. So, the culture war is similar to what I said about like this left-right thing, where there's no left versus right. There's just like, in a way, it's just right versus wrong. But I know some people don't like that framing because they have like this kind of like, I don't know. They just don't like the idea because it sounds like, you know, like you're making a statement that people generally just are not in favor of. But I do think that's what it is. I think that you know, you can't make the moderate case that you know, 10-year-olds should be you know, transition, for example, or that if you want to go with a less extreme example, that, you know, say like all of our like that Tolkien's work should be like subject to, you know, people just doing whatever they want with it, hence the Rings of Power. I think that the culture war is similar to the left-right thing. There are people that are at war with our culture, like our culture that we've had. They're just trying to dismantle and destroy all of it. So that's what it really is. It's not like, oh, there's this side of the culture war and this side of the culture war. There's just the people attacking the culture and the people that are fighting to hold on to it, or at least are like saying that this is wrong. That's it. And the people that are on the side of protecting the culture don't necessarily agree, you know, on every sort of like, you know, on every aspect of the culture, if that makes sense. Like, for example, Stellar Blade, okay? Stellar Blade's the new game coming out. Everyone's talking about it because it's so, you know, offensive to the commies, and because it has an attractive female character in it. And of course, they want like trans, non-binary, and orc representation in every game they put out. And so there are people who are who would say that, look, I wouldn't buy that game, like in reference to Stellar Blade. I wouldn't buy that game. I don't even know if it's going to be a good game. I just don't think these people should, you know, be trying to like tear it down. And or there are people who don't even know about it. They're just like, I don't even know what that game is, but I don't like the direction that they took Spider-Man in with the last Spider-Man game. Or I hated the Suicide Squad game. And maybe they don't even know why. Maybe they're just like, something looks off. I don't understand why, you know, everything is so ugly. I don't understand why there was so much pleasure taken in killing off, you know, Batman or Superman, because that's kind of what you do in the game, right? And there's a lot of glee involved. I was a big fan of Rocksteady for many years. I like the Arkham games. What happened, right? They don't know what's wrong. They don't know what's going on, but they are in the culture war either way. But it's almost like it's not really a culture war in the same way that people would think of it, where there are two sides. There's just, or at least where there are two sides trying to essentially impose their version of culture on everything. There is a side that wants to maintain a culture, a Western culture, in our media and in our, well, basically in our culture, right? And then there are people who just want to tear it all down, and that's what they're doing. Like they change things and it fails, and people are like, why are they so allergic to money? Why are they intentionally destroying this stuff? Yeah, they are intentionally destroying the stuff. Like they're literally want to burn it all down, and then what they're hoping for, and lots of people have said this, it's all about getting to, as the sort of communist philosophers put it, getting to the end of history. And this is like, you do that by essentially constantly criticizing everything, constantly problematizing everything, and then destroy it, and then you go to the next thing and you do it until there's nothing left. And that's what they're doing. And there are people who are trying to like not let that happen. That's not people imposing their culture. So this culture war thing is people trying to preserve what is and what is good, because there is a moral good to a good culture. There is a good culture, right? And there are people trying to hold on to what is good, and there are people who just want to destroy it all. And they hate it because they've been educated to hate it, or they hate it because it's in them to hate it. Maybe they just hate Western culture. Maybe they just hate Christianity. And I know that, like, there are people who wouldn't call themselves Christians or even atheists that would be on the correct side of the culture war. People like James Lindsay as my example, but maybe he doesn't know that, like, I think on some level it is an attack on that. You could even say, as Jesse Lee Peterson always says, it is a spiritual battle. It is right versus wrong, good versus evil, right? You could look at it that way too, unless that makes you uncomfortable, because like I said, some people don't like the moral framework. But I do think that it is immoral what they are doing. I think they are doing it on purpose. I think that and I think it started when they lost their connection to their fathers, and by extension their family. Because if you're not attached to your family, you're not attached to your parentage, then you're not attached to your ancestry, and that means you don't give a shit about anything. You just live in the present. And you don't like what the present looks like because it doesn't suit your narcissistic worldview. So you want to destroy everything. So I think that in the same way that there is just the left and the non-left, there are people destroying the culture, and there are people trying to save the culture. They're not necessarily all on the same page with everything, but they know that what's happening is wrong and they don't want it to happen. And I think that's true. And I give you another example. There's this new X-Men thing, right? X-Men 97. It's basically a continuation of the old show. I promise you, it's not gonna look anything like it. I promise you. It'll have like animation. It probably won't be like, highly invested. Like, they're not gonna make it really good because they showed you the trailer, which means they already showed you how good it gets. Because if you were gonna do animation, and you were like, say you had a TV show and you wanted to like promote your show, you would probably show your best work. Like the animation for the trailer would probably be the best animation you have. And that animation is pretty subpar. I mean, like the original show didn't have great animation, but when you're a child and it's Saturday morning, it's plenty fine, right? It's plenty fine. Like the old 90s or the old late 80s, early 90s Spider-Man cartoon and the other shows. I think there was like an Iron Man show, a Hulk show, and there was one other one, Silver Surfer. It was like short-lived, but it was really good. Fantastic Four had a show. But yeah, I mean, they're gonna rewrite. And why are they doing it? Not because they are nostalgic. No, most of these people don't read comics. They're using it, first of all, to take ownership of the brand, but mostly to rewrite the history of the X-Men, because that is the cartoon. They chose that show. They didn't choose X-Men Evolution. They didn't choose Wolverine and the X-Men. They didn't choose Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. You know, they chose the X-Men from the late 80s and early 90s. They chose that show specifically because they knew the age group that grew up watching it, which are millennials of today and even like some Gen Xers, would be nostalgic for it, and they're going to use that as a vehicle to rewrite and retcon all of the X-Men through that, and then to basically convince you that all of this social justice shit that they're doing, or at least like the veil of social justice that is used, the mask, the means that is being used to actually just destroy the culture, they'll use that to say, look, it's always been woke, and this show is proof. That's all it is. Like, that's, I mean, and of course, woke, again, like I said just now, it's not what they're really after. The thing is not about the thing. It's just the vehicle, because they know that people care about fairness and they care about justice, and they're not against, you know, diversity or inclusion. That most people are not against these things in principle. Like, they don't know what it really means. You know, it's a Mott and Bailey thing. They're not against it in principle, so they go along with it, and then they use that, and they're like, well, you're not a bigot, are you? I mean, there's literally, like, day one after the trailer came out, there were videos saying, you know, X-Men was always woke, you're just a bigot, because people knew what was going, well, some people knew what was going on, because the X-Men was never about civil rights, it was never about gay rights, it was never about Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, it was never about that. It was never about that. That was all added in later. That was all like post hoc shit. You know, Bryan Singer's X-Men movies, he made it about homosexuality. But that's not what it was about. He just did that because he's gay. So what? You know? Speaking of gay, did you guys know that Chris Williamson is gay? I learned that yesterday. It all makes sense now. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick, and then we'll continue the game. Ergo says Rolling Stone ended their review with, "I'm sorry, Morbius, I owe you an apology." I want to say something about Madam Web that I thought was really interesting, because you mentioned Morbius, and I think that's interesting too. Did you guys know? Do you guys know Chris Stuckman, the movie reviewer? He has a big, gigantic like movie review channel, and he reviews movies. It's Chris Stuckman. Basically, like, these internet movie reviewer guys are bigger than like the old movie critics from yesterday, which I'm okay with, because, you know, that, I mean, it's almost always a big club. Like, I'm not necessarily fans of these guys, but I think that, like, you know, a regular guy that just loves movies doing movie reviews is much more preferable than some, you know, like, elitist snob that reviews movies, because that's what we had for many years. And I say that about even, like, you know, Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel, who were like the big guys, Siskel and Ebert, both Chicago guys. My father knew Roger Ebert, and they were, you know, they were snobs. I mean, they were just snobs. Like, they liked some movies that we liked. I remember them loving Die Hard, for example. But yeah, generally they were snobs. Like, they were elitist pricks, you know. And most of these people in the art critic world are elitist pricks. So anyway, Chris Stuckman, he refused to do a review of Madam Web, and his reasoning was that he felt that the studio interference in the making of the film makes it like unfair for him to review it. He said it wasn't good, but he said he wasn't going to do a review. And the reason why I think that's interesting is that studios like being too involved in micromanaging filmmaking is not new. Like, it's very old. I mean, it's not in everything, but it's been going on for a while. And I'll give you like the most prominent example of that is Spider-Man 3. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 was the victim of producer, like, studio micromanaging or involvement in his project. When Sam Raimi did the first Spider-Man with Green Goblin and the second Spider-Man with Dr. Octopus, which is still one of the best superhero movies ever made, like one of the best movies ever made is Spider-Man 2. Still, he was on a roll. The guy could do no wrong, okay? With an appropriate budget, because normally Sam Raimi works with small budgets. He's made other things like Darkman, which I like, and it's kind of a cult hit, I think. I like Darkman. He was also, obviously, he gave us the Evil Dead franchise, which are really, you know, fun movies, especially Evil Dead 2. Again, that's the best in the trilogy. A lot of people like Army of Darkness. I thought it was good, but it's not as good as Evil Dead 2. And again, those were all like very low budget. You know, Sam Raimi he found it charming to do things with practical effects and stop motion. But with Spider-Man, he kind of had to do some CGI. But he was okay with it. And I think that with a decent budget, Spider-Man 1 and 2 were really good. Spider-Man 3. So what he wanted to do for Spider-Man 3 originally was do Sandman and another sort of like old school staple Spider-Man villain. I don't remember which one. Might have been the Mysterio or the Vulture. I think it was one of those. I'm not sure which. I could be wrong. Maybe you guys have a better idea. But the studio insisted that he put Venom in the movie. They pressured him, and he was asked about it before. They were like, "Hey, would you ever do one with Venom?" And he was like, he didn't care for Venom as a character. And I know a lot of people like Venom, but it's important to note that Venom is he's not one of the original Rogues Gallery villains from Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. Venom came way later. I think 1989 is when Venom showed up in the comics. And he was still doing the stuff from like the 60s, you know, which I think are great characters. They're great characters. So they basically pressured him. And then he apparently caved because he wanted to make the movie. And he did what he could. And because they were so like they were pressure. Oh, he wanted to do the Lizard. That's what it was. Because he was setting up the Lizard with Dr. Connors. So he was going to do the Lizard and Sandman and maybe another character because he was also setting up Mysterio as well, which the word is that Bruce Campbell, who makes 3 cameos in the first 3 movies, was going to be Mysterio, which I thought would have been fucking brilliant. It would have been brilliant. But it's one of those things we never got to see because we got Spider-Man 3 instead, which isn't terrible. And they were also building on a new Green Goblin as well, like the Harry Osborn Green Goblin. Again, that would have been great. I think it would have been great. But it didn't happen because of studio involvement. So this is like not new. I think X-Men 3 also suffered from it, where they changed directors, and so we got I think it's called X-Men United or whatever the third one is called. But they got the director from Rush Hour to do it. And so this is not a new thing, but what I think is interesting is that Chris Stuckman is like, I refuse to review this, but he didn't have a problem going in on Morbius. He didn't have a problem going in. So I think it's because and I'm just gonna put it out there, but I think he wouldn't do it because it is a female director and it's a female led movie with a mostly female cast. And so he was like, I can't criticize this. Or he was told not to. Or he was told because these people, they're like calling people up that are influencers, and they're telling them what to say and what not to say. Charlemagne the God, who hosts a podcast, political podcast, it's cringe. All he does is talk about like white supremacy, but it's popular anyway. I think it's called the Breakfast Club. He was like the Biden. He criticized Joe Biden, and the Biden cabinet or his people called him and told him he can't do that. So I mean, they got leashes on these people. So I could see it, but I think that Chris Stuckman is a moral coward, and I'm just gonna put that out there. So anyway, let me see what you guys are saying. Ergo Proxy says, "Don't forget to rev the sword." Yeah, I know. It's just that I will. I don't know how long does it hold until I use it when I rev it, or does it like run out? Great Endora says, I noticed that the line regarding nudity or risque videos here on YouTube is also being tested out heavily. Is that what you mean? Yeah, well, that's the thing about women. Nobody thinks that women know how to use or game a system to get the most out of it, but they absolutely do all the time. That's why the Twitch thing happened, because women were like, oh, well, I can't get naked, but how naked can I get? And so they get as naked as they can, and they use that. So, and then people don't call them out because they presume that women are not like that. But they're totally like that. They could be. Great Endora says, what's that application message all about? What application message? What are you talking about? I missed it. Zerang says, it's a shame that titty streamers don't have the mind to use. Oh, let me put Alex Monahan's comment on screen. So you guys can see that he is commenting on Kick, see? Okay. Zarag says, it's a shame that titty streamers don't have the mind to use that as flavoring for their gaming streams. Makes me think of poignant Patrice O'Neal jokes. That pulsing sound sounded strangely like fuck you on repeat. What pulsing sound? Was it in the game? Grandor says, you cannot expect ordinary citizens to be on top of global geopolitical events, but I guess that's by design. It's a feature, not a flaw. Yes. Ergo says, the trans non-binary are in Stellar Blade. Look at the abominations you fight in that game. The natives? Oh no, it's colonialist language. Zarang says, that's what could be useful about AI. Unfortunately, there's a learning curve and people will have to produce without earning a penny for a while. Then Zarang says, see what's being done to Skullgirls. If I'm not incorrect, the guy who made it is watching wokeness destroy it. Yes. Yes, the artist who created it. Grandor says, Lord Thundercock is gay? Or whatever Thinking Ape calls him. Well, that's what I learned yesterday. I haven't confirmed it, but that's the word. That he was talking on a podcast and he mentioned his husband in passing. Zarang says, but didn't Struckman basically review the movie with everything he said about why they wouldn't do one? I'm like, say less. Yeah, well, I mean, I think he's just playing it safe. Zarang says, best parts of Spider-Man 3 were where Harry was included, their fights with each other and the team up, and Peter's finger point stroll for getting his suit. Yeah. Ergo says, similarly, Mandalorian Season 1 was good because it was a passion project with no oversight, became the only good Star Wars. No Season 3 had studio involvement, and yes. Oh, yeah, that's it. Ergo says, any stack of sword revving stays until you use a sword attack. Okay. The pulsing sound was in the game. Oh, all right. All right. Well, anyway, let me get back to the game. Wait, what can I... The L? Oh, that's what it is. L. Where is the thing? Okay, is it square? No, it's circle. Anything else I'm missing?
All right. Going down is the only way, huh?
Got all my health. Should be some enemies or something. Oh. Ah. Mandalorian Season 1 was an RPG campaign. Prove me wrong. It was. It was. Another boss. Baphomet? Really? Seems kind of up there. Really? He's dead. Okay. Oh, no, he's not dead. He's back. Oh. Yay. It's like a rhythm, right? The rhythm to build up the your meter on that.
This again. Where's he gonna take me now?
Look around, make sure I'm not missing anything. What's that? Okay, go and go. We'll be back in about 45 minutes. Alright, 12:30. I've gone for about an hour. I'll go for maybe another hour, and then I gotta stop. Get ready for tonight's show. Pick up the wife and all that. Divinity statues. Use divinity statues to trade red orbs for skills and items. Wow, that's the first time I've seen one in the game. So these are like the checkpoints, right? From the old ones. I remember they played the first one and played the first 3 games. So it's been a while. Here we go. Customize. Alright, 46. Not quite. I want to get, well, actually, what's something? Exceed max act. Press L2 immediately after an attack. Devil breakers. Let's do this. Red Queen is the sword, right? Maybe I should buy some of this stuff. I use it the most. Roulette spin in the air plus triangle, triangle, pause, then triangle. 1, 2. Let's do it. Ergo says, if you time the revving right, you can recharge the sword as you swing the sword. A bit tricky with the timing, though. Oh, I didn't know that. R1 and L back to forward triangle. A line, forward and triangle in midair. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Might buy this. Okay. I think I'll leave it at that. Maybe I'll buy Devil Breaker. So I've tried Buster Arm, Buster Arm, Rawhide. No. Yeah, I bought a couple of breaker arms. I guess I can buy the last one. Okay. That's all I can get right now. Leave it at that. That's okay. All right, it's loading up. Still have my shit revved up. So I guess we're going this way. This like a boss fight? There. Oh shit! Dismal. I see what he was doing. Oh shit. Ow! Oh man, I dodged. What the fuck? There's a save statue inside the van.
Round 2.
Oh, it's one of those Nero Angelo guys. I was like, seems different. Alright, we're going this way. That looks like an important place, so I'm gonna go this way. That shit over here. Is that it? Is that all? That's it. Gooey. All right. So, did you hear about the Harvard professor?
Elevators? Someone's a lousy architect.
Oh, why can't I carry anymore? Shit. I thought I was out. Guess I got more from fighting or something.
of my way, Win.
There you go. Nice. Okay. Anything here I need to get? Red shit over there. And here. Dead end. What about up here? Oh, it's more more elevators. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. Shit. Oh, okay, okay. Go this way. Here. Where was that supposed to go? Or am I going the way I'm supposed to go? Yeah. Yeah, I am supposed to. There's no wait, there's some stuff over there though. Ooh, hello. Wait a minute, if I'm supposed to go that way, then where's this go? I can go this way. Oh, get up there, get up there. Let's go, fuck it. Monsters, right? Okay, that's how I get back. Oh, this is like a challenge thing, right? I gotta find the, mark. Alright. We can come back to this later. I have to get these orbs, though. Ah, there it is. Secret mission, yeah. Nah, it's okay. There's almost always a level where you're like inside of some organic shit. It's just like, I don't know, like I'm in some, like in Satan's testicle. Well. Hey. Blue orb fragment. Alright, is there anything else? Still going in the dough. Going into the vagina. Or is it like, I don't know, caviar? Like bloody caviar?
Good. Finally made it. Now, about that payback.
I don't know what that was, but I broke it.
Phone here? Does it still work?
Oh, I know I'm coming to a boss fight now. Yeah, I'll make the call. Wait, before we do, is that the way I'm supposed to go? Ah, fuck it. Let me make the call first. Alright, let's see. Lindsay messaged me.
So, think you can make it all the way here?
Duh. Who do you think you're talking to?
Alright.
Yo.
The boss at the very beginning is technically beatable. It's super hard to do. Yeah, I know. I've learned about that. I only have 16,000. I can't do much. Guess I could buy something for the... No, I got the things for the gun already. I could buy another Devil Breaker. I think I'm full on those, actually. Equipment. Oh, yeah, sure. Items. Blue Orb. 9,000. Nah. I'll buy one skill. Maybe I'll buy something for Red Queen. Red 2 is fine. Word. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. We're done. We're done. These load times, though. Okay. So, that looks like where I need to go. So, I'm going to try to go this way. Nice. I was correct. Correct in my analysis. I mean, it was kind of obvious. The game logic, you know. Alright, let's go see what this next boss is.
Get out of my sight! Out of the way!
Keep it down. Aren't there bugs? I thought there was another bug around here. Hey, never mind. Guess not.
Think it's good to be king, huh? Not for much longer.
Wait, am I fighting the final boss already? Feels like that was short. This can't be it. I'm not even playing Dante. Alright, whatever.
Hey, douchebag. Miss me? Where's Dante? No body? No dried up Dante jerky? Nothing?
You've come here to die.
He talks. Your reason, huh? I bet your parents didn't like you much. 'Cause your name sucks.
I am without a name. I am power. Absolute.
Well, no name. I'll be sure to put that on your tombstone.
You will suffer and die.
Oh shit. Here we go
I'll show
again.
you dead weight.
Okay. This where I die?
You would so readily throw away your life, child.
You're not into that.
What a fool.
I don't know if it seems like long.
It's working. Shield of yours. It's done for. Out of the way! Get out of it!
What the fuck? I'll use it, I guess.
Ready to die?
You shall regret your existence.
Ah, my thumb slipped off the thing. Wait, didn't I dodge? Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Almost broken. You ready to get slapped? Get out of my sight! Happy birthday! Now make a wish!
Oh, what the hell? I did it, I think. I don't know, I did something.
It's about time I landed something.
Weak mortal. Demon power does not course through your veins, yet you try. How dare you strike me?
Oh, you made him get up out of his chair. We're done fucked up now.
You will regret being born useless and human. I will show you your worst nightmares. I will give you despair and death.
Am I fighting this guy now? Uh-oh. B-Bad Sad asks, should I try DNC games? Never played them. Yeah.
Nearly human, petulant mortal flesh. Cursed the moment you were brought into this world. Who dares interfere? What creature stands against a king?
Is that a demon?
Is that the end of the chapter? Alright. This is my first playthrough, so I don't have any experience with Devil May Cry 5. But I think that like my recent playthrough of Bayonetta kind of like helped me get into the groove, because lately I've been playing like Souls games, right? The last few years, so definitely a change.
What?
But we did all right. We did all right.
Yeah, boy.
With V determined to seek out Sparta, Nero, whatever. Should have read it.
You could have at least knocked, Morrison.
Yeah, I could have. I got some good news and some bad news.
Was he like, am I fart in
Pick
there?
your
Is that what
poison.
he's doing?
What you want to hear first?
Just speak.
Bad news it is. Lady Patty's feathers are all ruffled. See, she wants to invite you to her birthday party, but your phone is disconnected.
You're a smart one, Morrison. You notice the electric and water out too?
I expected nothing less.
Dante can't pay his bills.
So
What the fuck?
Oh,
This economy's hurting everybody.
cash up front.
Cash up front. This I like. The water needs turning on and those toilets need flushing.
Water, gas, and power. Coming out of your cut. You're a real agency now.
Devil may cry.
Dante, do you have any idea how many times I've tried to call? Like a zillion. Oh my god, tonight's my birthday party. Yeah, I'm turning 18. Not a little kid.
Dante is the reason to play this game. So I know they had me messing around with Nero and V and they were fine, but
But only
this is where it's
out
at.
of that hellish birthday party.
They had a
Consider
JoJo, guys.
RSVP declined. Meet your new client. Listen, I'm gonna find Lady and Trish. Bring him in on this.
What? Come on. You don't think I can handle this gig on my own?
It's a big job. Big job, Dante. You're gonna need the help.
So, what's your name?
I have no name. I am but 2 days old. Just kidding. You can call me V.
Okay, V. Why don't you tell me everything about this job?
A powerful demon is about to resurrect, and
Adam Driver,
we need your help, Dante.
Timothy
Now, that's a
Chalamet.
familiar tune. Do you have any idea how many times I've heard that exact same line?
This is special.
Special. Okay. So what's so special about this one?
This demon is your reason. Your reason for fighting.
This demon got a name?
What? Keep it mysterious, bros. Dante took time off from playing with the Goo Goo Dolls. Alright, so do I get to play Dante now? Let me see. No, I have to be V, it looks like. Um, 21,000. Only by like one thing, it looks like. Double check. Electric shock that slams into enemies. Blank attack. Forward and square. Back to forward and square. I'll try that one, I guess. Shadow, I have 16,000. Shadow combo B. Shadow combo C. I'll leave it at that. Arcade machine's it's been kind of quiet lately. No word from her. All right, here we go. Oh, will I get to play Dante today? I don't know.
What the hell? Shoot.
The Great Indoors 1979. Oh please, I am not a woman. I am a fabulous and sassy cat assistant. But quiet, you say.
Well,
Meowvelous
I guess we
idea.
keep going.
Peace and purrs it is.
There are all
Cat.
sorts of
Sparkles.
spiders nearby. It's coming from the Clyphod's root.
Let me just test something.
I need you. Demolish.
Ooh.
Slice him. Crush him.
Over here. Nice. Oh, there you go. I was wondering if that was like something I could break.
Nice.
Basically, you just like these Devil May Cry games is just you move from one set piece to the next. And you just fight guys, basically. I mean, that's, which is fine. Oh, what's that? Pearls before swine. Behemoth. The behemoth. Alright, I guess we're fighting this guy then.
Slice him. Pierce through. Go fast. Reap what you sow.
Oh shit. bro. Oh, where am I? Oh, hey, what's up? Look at it. Look at it. The Mega Man reference. The Mega Man reference confirmed. I promise you. Take some more coins of me, Catbot. Your donation has been accepted, human. Meowch, appreciated. Alexander Monahan, hope you enjoy the rest of your game time. Maybe I'll catch the live show. Alright, hopefully I'll see you later. We don't stream on Twitch over there. I mean on Kick. We do stream on Twitch. There we go. It's rero. Oh shit.
Slice them. And heaven in a wildflower, holding infinity in the palm of your fist. In an hour.
Oh, you fucker.
Open up and say ah!
From another one? Is there another one?
Holy look at all this
Is that where I'm supposed to go? Shoot. You know what? I'm gonna change something really quick on the. Give me a second here. I'm gonna change some things. I think what I want to do is. Let's see. Where's the properties? When this plays, I wonder if I can change that here. You know what? Not right now. Do it later. We'll just keep going. Really need to get that Dokes line. What's the Dokes line again? How do I get that?
Pierce through. Slice him. At your pleasure. Pin him to the wall.
Wait a minute. I guess maybe I have to come back this way.
Now, get to work. Pin into the wall. Slice him. Blast. So. Slice him. Oh shit. Here we go again. Demolish. Gouge him. Blast.
Doing all right, okay.
No one escapes.
Oh shit.
I have to keep going. Pardon me. Gordon. Oh shit. Here we go
Any more?
again.
Is there any more? Sweet. Okay, wait a minute. This kind of feels like Souls like way, like the maps. Can't go up there. My influx of coins is too much.
It's your turn. Slice. At your pleasure. Pierce through. Pin him to the wall.
Okay, let's go down here then. Wait a minute. Is that where I came in? I don't know. This way. 10 minutes left. I go. Guess it's this way. Or that's where that was. Oh shit, I gotta fight these fucking guys? Oh man, why'd you do that?
Awake now.
You wanna get involved, my man?
The Great Indoors 1979, well, that's not very professional again. But don't worry, I've got my claws sharpened and ready to handle any spam they try to send our way. Let the games begin.
At your pleasure. Right.
The Great Indoors 1979, oh, Ryan's gameplay is perfectly entertaining. He's on fire, well, not literally, that would be a disaster. But trust me, he's doing great on his gaming adventures. The Great Indoors 1979, the square root of 256 is 16. That's one cool cat fact for you, Paw Prince.
Gouger. Locked it.
There we go. No one understands me. This. Get in there. Seems like there's some secret shit. Maybe you play through as different characters and you come to different points. Okay, one more.
Go, Ray.
Okay, a little lower. Hmm. Okay.
Awfully quiet, Pete. Thinking about Mommy Dearest?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But the past is a bitter place for me.
I see there's a separate YouTube bot and Twitch bot. Yeah. Well, it's the same bot, but it talks on Twitch and YouTube. But I would check. Again, this looks like this looks very FromSoft, this area.
Slice them.
Oh.
Fry. I hate weapon. Eradicate them all.
Oh man. Doing okay. They're like just toying with my emotions. I gotta come back here as another character or something.
I got a bad feeling about this place. I think it might get us where we need to go.
The Great Indoors 1979, typical play button, always slacking off on the job. Must be taking a siesta. Time to crack the whip and get it back to work. Meows sternly.
Crush it. Fry.
Okay, what's next?
Hey, you're lost. Get it together, buddy.
Am I supposed to?
I made this.
Aha! Right? Where do I go from here?
You think Dante's dead?
Quite possibly. He has no reason to keep Dante alive.
Room. Oh no, it's just a battle room. Oh, we're doing it.
Slice him.
You fucker. Alright. That sucked, but I got through it.
The Great Endures 1979, Whisker's Honor. Your secret stash is safe with me. Just don't forget to share the treats, paw prints, hashtag silent but hungry.
You want to change some things about the AI. Is that where I was? Okay. Yeah, this looks like new shit.
If we had the double sword Sparta, Nero might just be able to defeat it.
Almost there. Hey, you gotta make it beat.
I made it. Oh boy. These fucking scissor things. Did I fight them with...
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Is there more?
Look at all this damage!
Slice him. Gouge him. Scorch them.
I hate those guys.
Slice him.
Big dudes.
Pierce through.
Hate those guys with the butcher cleavers. It's the worst.
Pierce through. Slice him.
What are you trying to do?
The Great endures 1979, that's possum news. Keep up the good work and soon you'll be as light as a feather. High five.
Alright, alright. Gotta quit soon, unfortunately.
Pierce through.
Destroy that? No. I don't know if this game automatically saves or if I have to do this all this over, so see like if am I close to the end of the level. Okay, I feel like I'm getting prepared for some kind of boss fight. They just gave me health, and there's a phone.
Phone. Check and see if it still works.
Of course it works. Why is it here? Alright. I'll make the call and then I'm gonna quit. So let me see what you guys are saying in the meantime. You don't have time to reach the end point. No, I mean, I think it's gonna save like right here. I think. So Norwegian says they are great if you like hack and slash games. Yeah, I don't mind it. I like hack and slash games. Truck is fucking invulnerable.
Impressive.
Alright, time to customize, and then I'm gonna quit. Gotta go pick up the wife soon, so. Let's see. Promotion, ride atop the beast. That's what I'm gonna buy. Buying that. I wanna ride the nightmare. And I think that's all I wanna buy. Blockade 3. 5 Pillars of Lightning. Round Robin 3. Press back. What is Round Robin? Oh, that's the area effect. Flank attack. Double check. Maybe I'll do flank attack. I'll buy that. I'm gonna buy everything anyways. Nightmare. Oh yeah, Nightmare combo B. Why not? While on the ground, press. Yeah, let's buy that. Yeah. Domination. Nightmare fires a thick laser straight ahead. Use L to adjust the angle slightly. Hold L. Circle during illegal move. Illegal move? What the hell's that? Okay. I've spent all my points. So I'm gonna quit the game there. Thanks guys for coming on. I see that the chat stuff is working pretty well. There is one thing I want to add in, because like right now I can't hear when you guys do any of these, like, you know, special commands. There's no animation for it. Oh shit. Okay, let me see if I'm still here. I pressed the wrong button. Making sure. It accidentally stopped for a moment. Checking to see if I'm still there. Looks like I'm still there. Okay. Guys, can you guys see me? Send a message if you can. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up the show there. Thanks guys for coming on. I might do some more tomorrow. I don't know yet. So, yeah, it's good. I'm glad that I got the chat integrated, the chat function, so I can see people on Rumble commenting, like Norwegian Black Templar. And I see the Twitch is on here. Well, basically the only person on Twitch is the actual bot. And Kick. So yeah, it's good. Good. There goes Kick. Alexander Monahan. Hope you enjoy the rest of your game time. Maybe I'll catch a live show. Cool. Thanks guys for coming on. I will continue to refine as I'm able to find time to do so. But if you guys like this video, please hit like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, hit the bell for notification, leave me a comment, let me know what you think about what we talked about on the show, because I did talk a little bit about cultural stuff, and share the video because sharing is caring. Thanks so much for coming on, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See you next time, arcade machines.
Are machines. dude. Okay? They are literal machines. They are talking point machines. They are impossible to fucking deal with, especially if you have like a couple dudes who have good memory on top of that too. Holy shit, you're fucked.